What's going on, guys? Man, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. No days off. November is back. Today is basically going to be an intro day. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how I expect this month to go. You know, I know I kind of made a decision last minute to do no days off November this year. I wasn't even going to do it. Like 2 days ago, a few people asked me for it. So I was like, you know what? I got to keep tradition going. This is the 5th year in a row that we've done a no days off November. Just so you guys know, I've been doing this since 2020. COVID was obviously the first year we ran down and did this no days off November. And basically all I do is go live every single day here on YouTube for the entire month of November. There's going to be a different topic or a different theme every single time I go live. You feel me? But this year, I actually wanted to do things just a little bit different. Well, not different, because I'm still going to do the same stuff. We're still going to go over, you know, boxing tips and techniques, which is obviously what you guys come to my channel for, right? You guys like learning different methods and different ideas when it comes to boxing. So I'm not going to navigate away from the boxing. Trust me, this is going to be about boxing. However, I also want to make this a little bit about personal development. I think that's something that a lot of people don't know about me is how much I watch and study personal development videos. I've been doing this all my life, truly, and I think it's helped me so much in just becoming a better person, you know what I mean? And also help you with your discipline, you know what I mean? Especially when the motivation starts to stray away. And I've had different moments of my life where I was doing real good in one area and then one area go down. Or I'll do, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, let's give an example. Like, let's just say losing weight or getting in shape is the motivation. Well, I've had moments in my life where I got in really good shape, right? But the money wasn't coming in. I was too focused on working out. And then I've had other times in my life where I was focused on business and then I got really out of shape. I've had moments in my life where I was boxing, training myself. I was in really good shape. And then I had moments in my life where I'm just coaching and I'm getting a lot of success with the coaching. My fighters are winning, the gyms are doing well, but I fall off of my own personal workout plan and nutrition plan because I'm too focused on the coaching. So this year, what I wanted to do was try to get all areas of my life at the same time for once, which it might not be realistic. It might be, I don't know, but I believe that if I follow this system that I created, that it shouldn't be an issue to get all of these things at one time, right? So I got right here something that I like to call the WTF tracker. And if you don't have it, I've been promoting this the last 2 days. I actually promoted it on my YouTube shorts and I've been promoting it on my Instagram. I even have it right here. I'll go ahead. Well, right now it says it's having trouble loading up the chat. That's not a good thing, guys. That is not a good thing. Let me try to refresh my page. Give me 1 second. Okay. Am I blurry? Talk to me, guys. If I'm blurry, I could definitely try to fix that real quick. Hold on. Talk to me. I'm just looking at the comments. Do I look blurry right now? I need you guys to give me some feedback. I'm lagging too. Keep me posted on what's going on right now, because I can't work on this technical difficulties, but let me know where we at, guys. Yeah, that's a fact, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try to fix that McDonald's. Hold on. Before I blurry and laggy. This is crazy. Okay, give me a second. Talk to me, guys. Hold on. Talk to me. I'm looking in the camera right now at myself. I don't see too much blur on my end, but you guys are the ones watching it on your end. Is it still blurry and laggy? Jesus. I can't really continue this until I figure this out, y'all. I just need thumbs up so I can continue this. Like, if I get, now it says just lag. Like, what's lagging? My voice? Let me see something, man. Because this is gonna frustrate me. Okay, I see it now that I'm looking at the stream. Now I'm looking at it right now. I see what you guys are seeing because I'm looking on YouTube. Seems like the internet connection seems a little bit funny today for whatever reason. So we're good. Are we good enough to continue this, y'all? I'm gonna make sure that I try to have this better for the next one anyway. All right, I see a few of y'all saying it's good now. All right, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the chat, guys. I want you guys to all download what I just put in the chat. Now, this is absolutely free. You just gotta put your information in so you can get it. But there's a little tracker that I made up, right? Give me 1 second. It's a little tracker that I made up, and basically, it just consists of a few different things, right? So, for me, I put the W is for walking and water, right? There's a WTF, my bad. Let me take it back a step. WTF, right? So you got water and walking for me, because I try to get 20,000 steps a day. Like right now, it's 10:32 p.m. I'm at 22,000 steps. So me is gonna be water and walking. If you don't have one of these Fitbits, I mean, you can get one if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, man, all you gotta do is know that if you walk about 100 minutes, you're walking 10,000 steps. If you walk about 100 minutes, you're walking about 10,000 steps, right? So for me, I'm trying to walk 20,000 steps, okay? And I'll get a little bit more into why I chose 20,000 steps in a little bit, okay? Water, half your body weight. So if you're a 200-pound male, 100 ounces of water, you can make it real simple by just drinking a gallon of water. You know what I mean? I mean, that's recommended by most fitness experts, nutritionists, and stuff like that. A gallon of water is usually good. Okay, half your body weight for the most part. If you're a woman, you know, whatever, you weigh 150, then obviously 75 ounces of water should be sufficient. Okay, and then, of course, we got the F, which is for fitness, okay, and for food, right? Because I don't care what you do in the gym, if your nutrition ain't right, you ain't eating right, you're not gonna see no difference in how your body looks, how you feel, and of course the fitness, we gotta work out every single day. So I know it's I know it's 10 p.m. on a Saturday and I'm coming out with this. So I say we all could start this on Monday, right? Give you enough time till tomorrow, maybe do some grocery shopping or plan how you wanna eat. You see what I'm saying? And I got information on here too. And tomorrow I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a nutrition guideline, no days off. So for those of you guys who need some help with the nutrition side of things, you guys might not know how to eat or whatever. Some of you guys might know, great. If you don't know, I'm going to shed some light on that. You know what I mean? And I'm going to give you guys more of a game plan tomorrow on how we can attack the nutrition side of things for if you want to lose weight, gain weight, etc. Real quick, can I get some thumbs up to make sure I'm not talking for no reason? Is the stream working good right now, guys? Just let me know with a thumbs up. Again, I know I already asked for that, but just want to make sure, because I don't want to be talking and then half the time y'all don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. So just shoot thumbs up for me real quick. Okay, perfect. So I got a thumbs up. I got one thumbs up, okay? But anyway, tomorrow I'm going to go into the nutrition side of things, on how we should eat. I mean, not how I should eat, but what I'm going to be using. Like, so just so you guys know, I made this for myself. Selfish. This is a selfish thing that I did. This is for me. No days off November. I want to go ahead and show you what I'm doing for me. And if y'all want to be part of it, I went ahead and created it so y'all could do it for you, right? So the W is the water and the walk. And the T, my bad, I think I skipped the T. The T is your to-do list today. Now, this is a serious one because a lot of people, you know, when they're focused on getting in shape, me included, you start to forget about other stuff that's important, you know? And me, I'm a gym owner, a course creator, a YouTube content creator, right? I have amateur fighters. I have a gym full of members. I have a family. I got a lot of stuff to do. And what'll happen is I'll start getting into this mode of I want to get in shape or whatever, and that takes over my brain. And then what'll end up happening is I won't handle some important tasks, so it becomes a procrastination. And I know a lot of people suffer with procrastination because I got friends that I'll be like, yo, man, what's up with that idea you had or that project you said you was going to do? And when I talk to them, it never got started. So your to-do list today, 9 times out of 10, we know what, 9 times out of 10, we know what we got to do in our own lives to level up in our own lives. We all got different journeys. We all got different paths. You know what I mean? You might have a career. You might have a job, you might be a fighter, you might be a coach, you might be a gym owner like me, you might be a content creator, whatever it is. We usually know what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? Whether it could be simple to-do list stuff too, like maybe you haven't gotten your car an oil change in weeks, and you're looking at the damn sticker on the top and you're like, damn, man, I went over like 2,000 miles. Maybe, you know, there was some other stuff you had to do that you haven't done, an email you haven't returned, a text message, a phone call you haven't made. All this stuff should go into your to-do list. And I'm going to go over some of my strategies on how you can get the most out of that as well. Okay, so to-do list today, right? Eliminate procrastination, y'all. That's the secret killer right there. And then, of course, the fitness and the food, right? Because we want to get in shape and we want to look better, right? So that means we have to eat a certain way in order to reach that goals. If we can go ahead and stick to this, y'all, together. Oh, yeah. So when you get the WTF tracker right down here, what you're going to do is at the end of the day, you're just going to check it. Check the box, right? So you'll check the W, you'll check the T, and you'll check the F. And that's it. It's a simple check. Check, check, check. You handled your business for the day. Here comes the next day. Every time I go live, I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to make sure you guys are with me. I'm going to show you my checks. And if you don't handle your business for one day, let's just say you don't hit the water, or you don't hit the to-do list, or you don't hit the F, don't check it. Keep it real with yourself, because when you're not getting results, you actually want to go back and pay attention to how many days you missed. So you don't be embarrassed because you missed it. Like, logging is really for data. It's really so you can have an idea. So when a year goes by and you're like, damn, why ain't I doing that good? It's because you missed 3 days out of 7. That's almost 50% of the week, right? So we have to just go ahead and try to get better in that way. I hope that's enough about this. All right. I hope that I got my point across about this. This is something that, again, is important to me because I'm always about leveling up. You know what I mean? My whole career, my whole life, I've always been able to do a little bit better than I have in previous years. You know what I mean? If people would have known me 20 years ago, see me today, you know what I mean? I'm much more successful now than I was then, as I should be, as I've gotten older, right? But I also know a lot of people that's gotten older and actually became less successful in life, right? So you can't just look at a person who's a little bit older and say, oh, well, you're supposed to be there. Yeah, you're supposed to be there if you handle the things you're supposed to handle. And the only way to handle it is to keep yourself accountable and to stay on top of it. Consistency is king, right? I don't give a shit how talented you are. If you don't do something consistently, you're never going to get nowhere. I got a couple of fighters right now that are extremely talented, but they're not consistent enough. And they're actually not getting the results that some of my guys who aren't as talented yet, they're getting the results because they're consistent. They're showing up to the gym every day. They're jumping in every competition. They're fighting. You know what I'm saying? And you know, shameless plug, our amateur boxing program is very successful right now. We've won, I'd say 90% of our fights. I could count on one hand how many fights we've lost, like maybe maybe four bouts that we've lost. And everybody else has been winning. So we're doing extremely well with our amateur program. We've only been open a year. We haven't even been open a full year. Actually, we have been open a year. I'm going to do a 1-year anniversary. But also on top of that, we've only been competing out the gym for like 6 months. And guys been rocking and rolling, winning. Little loss here and there, but none of our guys are getting dominated. So again, it's about consistency, showing up every day, doing the work, and just showing up whether you want to or not. And I think that's the secret to this. And the only way we're going to be able to do this is if we hold ourselves accountable. Nobody's going to save us. Nobody's going to hold our hands. And I just think having a document like that maybe you put up on your refrigerator or somewhere that you're just going to remember to look at it, you know, it'll just be an easy thing to be like, damn, I ain't checked the box. Damn, I ain't checked the box. I ain't checked the box. You know what I mean? But other than that, guys, I know you guys really don't. Some of you guys are probably like, yeah, whatever, man. We want to talk about boxing. We're definitely going to open up for some Q&A. You know, this is the 5th year in a row. This is No Days Off November, round 5. I'm going to have Fast Eddie Chambers, obviously, on here a lot. We're going to do a lot of demonstrations. Another shameless plug, we got $1 Million Mitts. That's what this is right here. That's what the MDM stands for. For all my people out there who want to be boxing coaches, my personal trainers who want to be really good at holding mitts, I'm teaching everything that I know about mitt work on this particular course. I'm going to show you guys how you can go ahead and really take your coaching to the next level with a pair of mitts. You got to think, holding mitts is what attracts new fighters and new clients if you're a coach. And if you aren't a coach and you've always wanted to coach, if you learn how to hold a pair of mitts really, really well, you will get clients, you will make money. So this is indirectly not only a way for you to learn how to hold mitts, it's a way for you to level up and actually make some income. So that's where I'm trying to go with this. I'm trying to teach guys how to make some income now. I'm trying to teach guys how to get better at life so they can go ahead and maybe do some of the stuff that I was able to do as a trainer over the years. I know a lot of boxing coaches, but I don't know a lot of boxing coaches who's done what I've done in the amount of time that I've done it. And I want to go ahead and show you guys and lay a blueprint on how I did it. So you guys can go ahead and maybe one of you guys, maybe there's one person in this chat right now that's like, yeah, Coach Ant, I'm going to learn what you know because I'm going to take what you know and I'm going to take it to another level. And that's really what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? The same way I was looking at people and trying to get to another level, somebody's going to look at me and they're going to want to get to another level. You see what I'm saying? So the $1 Million Mitts course is definitely coming soon. I got a waiting list. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the chat. And I'll have all this stuff in the description after this live stream. I didn't put it in there yet, but I would like for you guys to go ahead and join the waiting list. That link right there is just the waiting list. So you go ahead, you put your information in there so you'll be alerted when it finally drops. I plan on dropping it this month. This was supposed to drop like 2 years ago. All right. Well, yeah, the January of 2024. And I actually didn't drop it, but now it's definitely coming out. The gym's been open a year. I was a little distracted. I had a couple of things going on. You know what I'm saying? My daughter was born. So I had a lot going on, but now I'm fully locked in. We're going to record more videos for tomorrow. It's going to be super dope. So I'm sure you guys go ahead and hit that link and sign up. So anyway, guys, I'm done running my mouth. If you guys got any questions, you guys want to say anything, man, what's going on, guys? I hope everybody's good. We got Hip Hop Finest in the building. What's your favorite jab punch to throw? I mean, I don't have like a favorite anything. So for me, I don't believe in favorites. I believe in using what you need to use when you need to use it. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people, they want to, they want to fall in love with something. I used to talk about this all the time with the show The Road. I used to talk about this all the time with different things. We get an idea of what we want to be labeled as, and then that's our identity now. That shouldn't be your identity, like, oh, my favorite jab is the up jab. I get it. You might be better at certain punches than others. But for me, you know what I mean? I'm going to use whatever I need to use. If I'm standing like this, then I'm going to throw an up jab. If I'm standing like this, right, then I'm going to shoot a jab right from here. It's going to be solid. It's going to be straight. You know what I mean? So, if I slip this way and I pop a jab like this, or if I slip this way and pop a jab like that, it just all depends on what the situation is and what I'm actually trying to accomplish. And that's really what's going to determine which jab I use. Give me 1 second. The stream. Give me 1 second, guys. Now, you could tell I haven't done live streams in a minute. You can tell I haven't done live streams in a minute because there's a lot of new shit that I don't even know what's going on. That shit popping up. If you're in here, man, talk to me, guys. Talk to me. I'm just trying to set the tone for the week. Obviously, tomorrow we're going to talk about nutrition. I'm going to dive deep into nutrition. I'm going to also showcase some of the sparring with some of my guys. We're going to showcase drills, techniques. Like, there's going to be a lot of good stuff that's going to come out of No Days Off November this year. You guys are going to have a lot of fun with us. QB Killer. 1 second. I had my first boxing match in March 1st in Las Vegas. I lost, but it was a learning experience. Yeah, man. Well, that's what it's all about, bro. I mean, you don't lose, right? You learn. That's always been the motto. You don't lose, you learn. Anybody who takes amateur boxing losses too serious, even professional boxing losses, like for pro boxing, it's a little different because it's about business, about money, and a couple of losses can really derail your career. Whereas in amateur boxing, you can lose and then fight in a weekend and win, and then fight a week later and win again, and then you might lose and then you might win, and then all you're doing is learning how to not lose as you continue to fight. You feel me? So, if I was you, I would go back out there. I wouldn't wait too long. I would definitely try it again. I know it was March last year. If you want to fight no more, then that's great too. You know what I mean? At least you're self-aware and you're not trying to do something that you don't want to do just to prove to somebody that you can do it. But for me, if I was in a situation where I wanted to compete, I would just continue to compete until I get some wins and then make my decision from there. One second, yo. These Sometimes when I'm throwing my 1-2 on the heavy bag, my footwork might get a little off. How can I fix it? Man, see, yo, Sean, those type of questions, if you know anything about me, if you know anything about me, man, those type of questions are hard for me to answer if I don't see it visually, right? So maybe what we can do is you can either a live get on a live stream like right now, and not right now, you're probably laying down or whatever, but you know, record it and send it to me, and then I could go ahead and look at it. And if you don't know how to send it, you can actually just hit me up on Instagram, shoot me a DM with a video, and then I can actually review it here live on one of these live streams. But for me to just give you an answer, I don't know what you're doing wrong. Like, if I was to just give you an answer, I'm just making something up because I don't know what the exact problem is. You feel me? But when you're throwing a 1-2, I've made countless videos on how to throw a 1-2. You know, you're gonna step with the 1, you take a small step with the 2 as you throw the 2. So it's like step and then step. And if you want, I can go ahead and make one of these live streams where we can just cover the basics when we go down there into the gym. Today I'm doing the live stream here, but I can easily bring the camera and everything by the heavy bags and show you the correct way to throw a 1-2. You feel me? So yeah, you can either send me a video on Instagram, you know, just make sure you have the bell notifications on, because one of these days we're going to go through the basic tutorials of how to do everything. How can I drop to 164 pounds? Well, first of all, I don't know what you weigh. So that's the first step. You know what I mean? I need to know exactly what you weigh. You need to download my WTF tracker because I give some basic principles there, but I'm gonna go over nutrition tomorrow. So tomorrow's gonna be nutrition. I'm gonna talk to you guys about macros. I'm gonna talk to you guys about calories. I'm gonna talk to you about food choices. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm really gonna give you guys some basics, okay? And I'm also gonna teach you how to be flexible with your diet. Because I think a lot of the times when we get a little bit too aggressive with a diet, though it can work, and I think some personality traits need that. I think others, once you learn about food, you won't feel so demonized when you eat something bad. And I'll give you an example. Like somebody may be on a diet, right? Let's just say you go on like a keto diet or something like that, and you're not supposed to eat carbs. And then let's just say somebody comes home with a slice of pizza and then you eat the slice of pizza. So now in your mind, you're like, I fucked the diet up. I might as well eat 6 slices of pizza. And while I'm at it, I might as well go ahead and eat some wings, and I might as well eat some fucking dessert because I already fucked the diet up. I'm on a keto diet. My undisciplined ass can't stay on keto, so you just crash out. And I've seen that happen thousands of times, and it's happened to me 1,000 times. So what I suggest is you learn about food. So therefore, if you do eat a candy bar, a slice of pizza, or something like that, you understand it in a way where you're like, I ain't do nothing that bad. I'm actually still good. So I'm going to go over tomorrow. The whole episode tomorrow is going to be nutrition. I'm going to break down macros, calories, all the information that I know about it. You know what I mean? I'm not a nutritionist, but I know a lot about it. I've studied it for many years. I've gotten in shape and out of shape many times, and I know exactly why I didn't get into the shape I wanted. And it was always the nutrition. It was always the nutrition. Anytime that I'm not in the physical shape that I want to look, because I've been in shape where I'm in shape and I don't look that great. I've been there before, and I don't know if anybody in here has had that experience where you're actually in shape, but you don't look that great because you're a little bit overweight because you haven't eaten properly, but you can still perform. You could run at a good speed. You could hit the heavy bag at a good speed. You can do enough sparring rounds. You can do everything needed, but you just don't look that great. And it always comes back down to your nutrition. That's why the WTF, the food and the fitness, is very important, because if you don't get the nutrition dialed in, you're not going to be in the shape that you want to be in. Prime example, James Toney. When James Toney was boxing as a light heavyweight and a heavyweight, he got a little bit fat, but he was still able to box a lot of rounds. Tyson Fury, out of shape, looking, but actually in shape. Okay, there's many fighters like that over the years, and there's many people out here that are like that. Because what'll happen is when you don't eat right, you're not eating enough protein, you're eating too many calories, you end up storing body fat, even though your lung capacity could be good, your strength could be good. You know what I'm saying? All those things could be good, but you're not going to look that good. So getting a 164 is simple math. You got to know what the math is. I need to know how much you weigh, but you also have to be educated in how to eat. So therefore, you don't feel like you need to ask that question no more. You already know what the answer is. And then you need a lot of patience. Hold on, y'all. On the coaching topic, I've been training heavy in the gym in order to obtain knowledge. Do you recommend anything else I can do in my journey to be a coach? Well, I just think that you just need to know all areas of coaching. If you want to be a coach, it depends who you want to coach. There's definitely things that you need to know about coaching, but it just depends. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to work with professional fighters, that's different than training somebody who just wants to do this for fitness. You see what I'm trying to say? And I've done both, obviously, right? I've worked with world champions, I work with high level amateurs, and I trained people who have absolutely no intentions on competing. And each level is similar as far as teaching the techniques and the skills, but you just approach everything slightly different depending on what their particular goals are. So, I would just learn how to deal with people. That's one of the underrated skills of coaching, is how to deal with people. You know what I mean? And deal with different personality traits. Some people, they don't respond to the same way another person responds. So the more you learn how to deal with people, you will learn, okay, well, this person doesn't do well when I'm aggressive with my instruction. This person actually does better when I'm aggressive with my instruction. I've tried both. I've tried talking to people super respectfully, like, hey, man, let's just do this. I don't get nothing out of it. Then I get pissed off one day. I'm like, yo, I'm not fucking playing, bro. Do it the right. And next thing you know, they're ripping shots, and damn, I had to talk to you like that in order to get out of you. And then I've had other people where I'm like, okay, well, that worked with that guy. So now I step to them aggressive, and then they either shut down or they don't like it. They get offended, right? So it all depends on the person. And sometimes the person doesn't even know what's best for them. A person might say, I don't like when somebody talks to me like this, but that's when they get the best results. Nobody really likes for you to be aggressive with them, right? Nobody technically likes it, but sometimes that's what you need to do in order to get the best out of somebody. And sometimes the information doesn't always come out sweet when you're trying to get a certain result out of a person. So it just depends, man. So I would definitely learn how to deal with people. You obviously need to learn how to hold the mitts at a very high level if you're going to be a coach nowadays, or else you're going to get replaced by somebody who does. Okay, so that's where this is going to come in. Join the waiting list. I'm teaching everything I know about mitt work. You guys are going to learn so much about that. Learn about coaching, learning how to put mitts in the right spots so you guys can get guys to do the right techniques, at the right times. So that's very important. Learn about strength and conditioning. Just learn the anatomy. Know what deltoids are, the pectoral major. Know what your lateral, anterior lateral muscles are. Know what your quads, your hamstrings, and all that type of shit. You need to know the body. Learn about mobility work. Learn about you need to learn as much as you can. I'm still learning. You feel me? But the more you know, the more well-rounded you'll obviously be. And being a trainer, a boxing coach, you're a freaking therapist, you're a strength and conditioning coach, you're a skills trainer, you're a strategist, you're a fucking psychologist. I think I said that already. You know what I mean? There's a lot. You're doing a lot as a boxing coach. A boxing coach is a very underrated coach. We don't get the same accolades as some other professions get. But when you think about how many hats we wear, you know what I mean? It's quite a bit. You know what I mean? Coach, what's the time on the course, and is it dropping Black Friday? Is it a set price, and where do I waitlist to buy MDM hoodie? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make more hoodies. I definitely didn't have a waiting list for that. A lot of people have been saying that they like these hoodies. The quality on these shits is crazy, really good quality, especially now. You know what I mean? We're stepping into the winter. And I also got some Boxing Life hoodies coming back. I don't know if you guys remember my hashtag Boxing Life. I'm definitely bringing that back. That's the original Boxing Life with the CA logo in the back. That love for that. I haven't set an exact date yet. I'm going to be recording more videos to make sure it's solid. Now, this is the thing that's going to be super dope about the course. I'm also going to have a private community, right? Just similar to what I did with the Facebook community for my Master Boxing Bundle, which is also going to go on a crazy Black Friday sale. You guys know I do that every single year. I'm going to do a Black Friday sale for the Master Boxing Bundle, and I'm also going to do a release of $1 Million Mitts. Now, for $1 Million Mitts, though, we're going to have a separate community because this is more for the coaching side and the trainer side and the making money side of the boxing. So this is a little bit different than the techniques and stuff that you learn in the Master Boxing Bundle. The Master Boxing Bundle, though, was crazy. It's indirectly, if you're a coach, you want to get the Master Boxing Bundle because you're going to know how to teach better if you're learning from me already. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you know more than me, congratulations. You know, maybe one day we'll be on the opposite side of each other when our fighters fight each other, and we're going to see who wins. You see what I'm saying? But if you are learning, you consider me one of your teachers. The Master Boxing Bundle has an abundance of information. That's over the last 10 years of me just coaching and teaching and putting all that information and compiling it into 16 different courses. That's a different offer. This particular offer is going to be teaching you how I hold mitts so you can go ahead and hold mitts and level up your mitt work game. And anybody who knows me knows I can hold mitts with the best of them out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm the best in the world. I could go in the same room as the best in the world. And trust me, I'm going to give them a run for the money. If not, take the money. You see what I'm saying? So that's my whole point. So for me, if you guys want to learn that, it's going to be coming out within the next week or two. And also, it's going to be consistently updated. So this isn't going to be a thing where everything that's in that course, that's all you're going to get. It's going to be more. The private community is going to be where you're going to be able to show me how you hold mitts. I'm going to be able to critique you. So there's going to be a lot to it. This is going to be a serious thing. I'm even looking to certify people under my system. So if this is something that you really want to take serious and make a career out of, my goal is to hopefully make this where you can make a career, just like I made a career out of boxing coaching. There's not a lot of boxing coaches out there who've made good careers like I have out of it. So I want to show you guys how I did it so you guys can do it. Second. Compa, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. Pookie, man, hit like, appreciate y'all, man. I'm trying to get more cut up, basically, to have an iron core. What exercise will help me with gains? I will use the workout plan this month. Okay, so I did not actually put a workout plan together for you. What I did was have an accountability planner for you. So basically, right now, you have to design your own workouts. Hopefully, you know how to work out. Maybe one of these no days off Novembers, what I'll do is I'll come out with like different ways to exercise and do different stuff. But to do your core, I mean, you got any kind of core exercise is obviously going to help your core. Plank, hot planks, sit-ups, crunches, leg raises. You know what I mean? There's all different things you can do for your core depending on how strong your core currently is. But in order to see your abs, you're going to have to get down to a low enough body fat, right? So you're not going to see your body. You're not going to see anything that you have under the layers of the fat. So until you get rid of the fat, you might have a nice strong core, but you're still not going to be able to see it. So guys, that's why it's so important to stay consistent with the diet. We're going to officially start this Monday. Y'all, I'm going to give y'all tonight. I'm giving you guys the planner. I already put it in the chat. Make sure you grab it. Okay. Tomorrow you can go food shopping. Tomorrow, Sunday, you can go food shopping, get right. I'm going to do the fitness. I'm going to do the nutrition guidelines. But you guys know for the most part what's good food, right? You know, you got to, if you eat meat, pause, which I'm not a vegan, so I'm not going to give you a vegan diet, but you definitely want to have your chicken. You definitely want to have some steak if you eat red meat, right? Some of you guys might not. You know what I'm saying? You definitely, if you eat fish, you might want to get fish. But the goal is to eat high protein, okay, and stay in a calorie deficit. That's the goal, because protein is going to do a number of things, right? You know, it's going to help with the breakdown. It's going to help with the muscles, going to help raise your metabolism because it's the hardest macronutrient to break down. It's going to help with satiety, whatever. Basically, an easy word is it'll help keep you fuller for longer, right? So protein is very important. So you want to make sure your protein numbers are good, you know, and you want to make sure that you're eating some carbohydrates, and you definitely want to be eating some fat. So we're going to go into all of that tomorrow. Yeah, and we just got to be consistent. Once you start on Monday, 30 days. So that means we're going to have to go into December 3rd. We're going to have to go into December 3rd, get this started on a Saturday. Anyway, I'll be live every single day besides that, talking about a bunch of different topics. But we're going to just stay on top of the eating for sure. Because I can guarantee you this, if you don't change how you eat, you're not going to change how you look. I know. Trust me. I've been in the gym, outworked guys who had better physiques than me simply because I eat too much bullshit. So this is why I want to go ahead and lock in on my nutrition, because I know I got something sexy under here. You feel me? I know I do. You know what I mean? But it's hiding. It's hiding right now. You know what I mean? Like, and I've lost weight from previous years. If you go back and look at me back in like 2023 and look at some of my videos that I've done recently, you can definitely see the weight loss. I've definitely dropped weight, but I don't want to take it to a whole nother level. You feel me? Yo, my boy Tim, what's good, Tim? Tim's actually been here to this gym, man. My guy Tim has always been a huge supporter. Yo, Coach Anthony, what's up? I told that no coach's trainer is doing this the way you're speaking, you carry, showing passion. This is a gift God gave you. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. It's just what I like to do, man. This is easy for me. You know, when you find what you like to do, share it with the world. I've always liked to share information. I've never been a gatekeeper. You know, if I know something, I'll show it to you. Now, if you want me to go ahead and, you know, spend time with you and stuff, obviously I got to charge you for my services, and I got to charge you for some of my expertise. I mean, I've been putting in work for 20 years, 20 plus years, okay? Had my first amateur fight at 16 years old. Been doing this for quite a long time, been coaching for over a decade. This is my second gym. I had a successful gym for a decade. We closed it because of COVID. We didn't lose the gym. We were making money. Closed it because of COVID. Successful YouTube channel. Successful online courses. I've sold over 5,000 courses, you know, over the last 5 years. You know, so I've gotten over 5,000 students that's paid, you know what I mean, to learn from me, on top of the students that I've trained indirectly through YouTube. A lot of trainers who's learned from me took my content, flipped it, made it their own, and taught their people. Been doing this a long time, man. This is nothing new, but I just like to do it. This is what I enjoy to do. And I'm just glad that I have people that appreciate it, you know, and I know that with these live streams, sometimes there might be a lot of people who show up, sometimes they're not, but sometimes people will catch these later on in the day. But if you're here live, definitely say something, because that's the whole point of the live stream, to interact with you guys. But thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. Ghetto Dora, what's good? How you doing? Will we get to see Fast Eddie? Of course. I was going to have Eddie Chambers here today, but he actually went. He went to a boxing match tonight. So he went to go enjoy some fights. He's making some content. A lot of you guys know Eddie has his own YouTube channel now. I think it's FEC or Fast Eddie Chambers. Just put up Fast Eddie Chambers. He got a YouTube channel. He's teaching a lot of game on there. So you guys could definitely go ahead and keep up with him there. But yeah, he'll be here. I might have him on this one tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely this week. I mean, but yeah, you're going to see Eddie just like back in the days a whole bunch of times. The only difference is he'll probably be sitting right here as opposed to a camera like we used to do. We used to be talking on the camera. I have Eddie here. We're going to do demonstrations. We're going to do all types of shit. It's going to be a lot of fun. I definitely go to your gym if I lived out that way, man. I appreciate it, bro. You have to do boxing seminars across the world, like Europe, Dubai, and so on. Yeah, for sure, man. I've been to Dubai. I've been to Europe. So I've been to those places, and every time I went, I trained a lot of people. A lot of people were contacting me, and I was doing a lot of personal training. So it's just been a while, man. I haven't even been really that active with the whole online stuff. I don't know if you guys noticed. Kind of took a little, not a hiatus, but just was not as aggressive with YouTube as I was for years. And now I want to bring that back, guys. I want to get that out of me again because this is something that I feel like I neglected a little bit. So the best way I could teach the world is from one location, right? Like if I could sit right here and these videos can hit people in the UK, hit people in Dubai, hit people in, you know, different places, Australia and places like that, then, you know, hey, I could do it all from one location. And then hopefully maybe one day people will fly me out so I can go ahead and teach in person as well. But yeah, this is super dope. And I appreciate your support because most of the people that I see in here commenting are people that has been supporting me for the last 5 years. You know what I mean? And I kind of did this last minute and you guys showed up. So I appreciate you guys. Possible to train in your gym for only 2 weeks, maybe taking a vacation, but like, yeah, 100%. Just let me know. You're more than welcome. Yep. So yeah, guys, today's just kind of just breaking in what we're gonna be doing this month. All right. So I appreciate everybody who showed up. I'm gonna stay on here for like 10 more minutes, and then you guys know it's gonna be a long month. All right, and I learned from my past experiences doing 2 or 3 hour streams burn you out, makes you not want to stream for a while. So depending on how many people show up to these streams will also determine how long I go or how engaging it is, right? So if you guys want to definitely keep these streams going, especially when I got Eddie in the building and different stuff like that, you guys have to engage with us. You guys have to comment with us. You guys have to chop it up because that's what's going to determine how long we stay live. You know what I mean? Because if I'm just sitting here talking, I'm not getting engagement, then it's not going to be worth it for me to stay on here. You know what I mean? And nobody's, you know, chopping it up back. So that's just a little food for thought. We're going to be going live every single day this month. I'm about to turn 44, 6'3", 205. All right, so you lean. I fought in 09 on Ward Bucking on the card on Showbox. I lost and ended up going to prison. I'm just learning. I'm just leaning into discipline and training for my mental health. Yeah, man. Download the WTF tracker, champ. Hold on. Download the WTF tracker. Right? Because I think that with mental health, what helps men is having something to work toward every single day. I've noticed whenever I idled out and I'm not like focused on anything in particular, is when shit starts to creep in. You know, like they say the devil loves boredom, right? That's the devil's playground when you're bored. You know, so if you're out there bored and you're out there not, if you're out there bored and you don't have something to work toward, you can kind of either get in your own head, get a little depressed, start to make mistakes, where mistakes will also in turn make you depressed, right? So if you're focusing on every day you're working out, that's going to help. Every day you're drinking enough water. Every day you're getting enough steps, which means you're moving, right? Every single day you're handling your to-do list. You're always fucking busy. You're always busy. How you gonna have time to fuck up? You're busy. Is when we not busy is when we start to fuck up. So stay busy. You know what I mean? Like I told people before, you said you went to prison. People would have met me back in the days and see me now. I don't know if people would be hiring me as a coach. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff I was into definitely wasn't positive the way it is now. So I think that that's just part of being a man. You know, you got to go through trials and tribulations, but the whole goal is that you're trying to be better every single day. That's the whole goal. You're trying to be better every single day, and I ain't perfect. I still make mistakes. I still fuck up. I still fuck up my diet. I still make stupid decisions. I mean, I don't think you're ever going to fully get away from that, but the goal is to just try your best to do better, do better, do better, do better. I mean, that's what life is about, right? So ain't nobody up here an angel, but what I will tell you is stay on course with me. Lock in with me, bro. That's why I'm doing this. Lock in with me, man. Look, cost you nothing. Go get yourself a printer, print it out, because if you just download it on your email, it's just gonna sit in your email. So go to if you ain't got a printer, go to Staples or something, print this out, put this next to your bed, put this on your refrigerator, and just give yourself a challenge. Say to yourself, you know what, man, for the next 30 days, I'm gonna lock in with Coach Ant, because Coach Ant's locking in. I get to check all 3 boxes today, honestly. Okay, I get to check all 3 boxes today. I told a lot of y'all that we could start Monday, but I get to check all 3 boxes today because I drank my water, I handled my to-do list, I worked out, and I handled my food. So I technically can check the boxes today, but I'm not. I'm gonna check the boxes on Monday. I told y'all we're gonna start on Monday, so I'm gonna start with y'all on Monday. You feel me? And we're just gonna go for 30 days. And guess what? This is the secret to this whole thing, you know. I'm not stopping this. Like, the goal is to not need this shit, right? The goal is to let this be a jump starter. So eventually, you're doing everything like when you brush your teeth, right? Like you brush your teeth. Nobody got to check a box to brush your teeth, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? But the goal is to just get a momentum. Get a momentum, because at the end of the day, this is a life journey. You're going to be doing this shit the rest of your life if you want to be successful, if you want to be in shape, if you want to feel good. You know what I mean? This is like a never-ending thing. You feel me? So but this is just the jump starters, right? Because ain't nobody's lives going to fully change in 30 days. But what we can do in the next 30 days is set ourselves up so where we can keep it moving and keep it going for the next 30 days. You feel me? So download that, bro. Sometimes it's good to just sit there in silence for like 30 minutes, no distraction, to sit. That's actually something that's really difficult for me to do. And that'll be a nice little challenge for me. I got like ADHD, right? So if I'm just sitting there, I want to grab my phone or I want to get up and move. But yeah, that's actually a really good thing, man. I've seen many people swear upon that and talk about that. So I agree. I think that could be really helpful. Blessings to you, Coach. I'll be in these lives. I'll print the tracker tomorrow. Thank you. If you actually print the tracker, guys, I need you guys to send me a picture. You know what I mean? Actually, yeah, you guys don't have my number. You guys need to grab it. It's 215-709-5437. This is where I'm going to be alerting you when I go live. Okay? Also, you should be able to send me some pictures on there. Obviously, that number right there is simply for all my people who, you know what I mean, rock out with me on these no days off Novembers and stuff like that, right? So you should be able to text me on there and just show me that you printed out the tracker. If not, you can send it to me on Instagram. And if you complete the 30 days with me, you feel me? I want to hear your results. I'm going to bring you up here so you can chop it up with me. And I want to hear your results. Okay, so we can have an official weigh-in on Monday for those of you guys who are concerned about weight. We can have an official weigh-in. So this is what I'm going to want. And I'm, like I said, I'm going live again tomorrow. We're going to talk about fitness. But Monday morning, when you wake up, you step on the scale. That's the official weigh-in. Day 1, November 3rd. You weigh in, you write that number down. And then we're going to see in 30 days what you weigh. If your goal is to lose weight or if your goal is to gain weight, right? Most people want to lose weight, especially if you're in the boxing community, right? Most people want to lose because in boxing, the leaner you are, the better. And also, most people want to lose because the leaner you are, the more you can see the work you've been putting in the gym. Like, in order to really look good as a bigger person, then you're probably one of those skinny people who look cut up whether you work out or not. And then when you eat, you fill in. But typically, those people don't want to be boxers because you don't want to put yourself out of a weight class, right? So if you're a person who's just doing this for fitness and you're just doing this because you want to look good, that's a different story. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I can guarantee you most people are going to want to lose some weight. Even if you're in shape already, you might want to drop another 5 to 10 pounds because you want to just shred up and you want to look like cut up. You know what I'm saying? The to-do list, guys. I don't know what y'all got going on in your lives, but you definitely want to make sure you're handling your business besides just working out, besides just eating right. There's other areas that are just as important. You know what I'm saying? And you want to make sure you handle that. And that's why I didn't give you specifics on what you need to be doing, because everybody's lives is different. Everybody's schedules is different. Everybody got different priorities. So I'm just giving you guys like a framework of what you guys need to focus on. You need to focus on your working out, your hydration, your to-do list, your fitness, and of course your yeah, that's it. Your food and your fitness. You feel me? I haven't set a price yet, guys. That's why I said everybody needs to go ahead and just get on the waiting list. And if you're on the waiting list, you're obviously going to get first dibs, and first dibs is always going to be the best price, especially on a Black Friday month. So you guys are going to definitely get the best price that I'm ever going to have it for. And listen, this isn't like every other course I've sold, even though indirectly, if you were smart, you did learn enough so you can make some money. But this is going to teach you guys how to make money. And when I say make money, people say to me, well, how is a Mitwork course going to teach you how to make money? I tell people this all the time. I consider boxing training similar to a barber, right? So you're not going to get your hair cut by a barber who can't cut hair. If you go to a barber, you want your barber to be good. So you're willing to pay a little extra to go to a good barber. Well, same thing with boxing coaching. You're going to pay a little extra to go to a coach that knows what he's doing. And you're going to go pay a little extra to a coach who's going to give you some good mitt work, right? Because if you're a fighter and you want to go ahead and you want to hit the mitts and you're with like a 1975 coach who's like, I don't hold mitts. Muhammad Ali didn't hit mitts. Sugar Ray Robinson didn't hit mitts. And now you're like, well, I don't care about Muhammad Ali and I want to hit mitts. Well, you need somebody who can hold them good. And then you want somebody who's holding mitts like this, you know what I'm saying? Because then it's like, it's not realistic. And then you don't want somebody who only knows how to do a few things on the mitts. You want to be versatile. You want to be able to pop, 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 pop. And you also want to be technical, and you want to be able to, and I mean, who else better than me than to show you that stuff? Appreciate that, Tim. Yeah, Tim's came down and got some work with us. Hopefully we can get you to come back down here, Tim. Maybe no days off November. You can come down and feature on one of our no days off Novembers. How you like that, Tim? Let me know in the comment if you're willing to come out. We'll make sure it's a shooting day where you can go ahead and we'll put you on the mitts. Maybe you can be the demonstrating partner for some of the stuff I'm trying to teach. What you think about that, Tim? All right, we're going to set that up, bro. We're going to set that up. Let's do it next week. Let's get it out the way early. No procrastination. Put that on the to-do list. Hit me on the DM. We're not going to procrastinate. If not, hit me in the private community. I know you're in the private community too. You feel me? No procrastination, man. Success loves speed, right? You got to move quick. I'm still here, y'all. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, man, let me know now. If not, I'm about to slide up out of here real soon. Been on here for an hour. However, I'll still answer a couple more questions if you guys have any. I'm seeing some of y'all right now. You guys are filling out the form for the No Days Off, $1 million meds and everything. Man, I can see everything coming through my phone right now. So I appreciate you guys. All right, y'all. It seems like y'all got quiet on me. So listen, I'll be on here tomorrow. Make sure you hit the bell notifications. Make sure you guys definitely shoot me a text, 215-709-5437. I think tomorrow I'm going to go live a little earlier. So some days I'm going to be going live like at 10 o'clock at night. Other days it'll be around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So the only way to know when I'm going to really go live is for you guys to have my phone number and for you guys to hit the bell notification. You're not going to want to miss any episode because every day is going to be something different. Tomorrow we're going to be talking nutrition. Nutrition tomorrow. I'm going to break down macros. I'm going to break down calories. I'm going to break down everything you need to know so you guys can set up your diet in a way where you can eat the foods that you enjoy and get the results you're trying to get. And all we got to do, y'all, is be consistent. I appreciate you guys. And you already know. Boxing Life.